Hi, I'm Amy Denney of Shine Light Therapy. Thanks for joining me today for this work-oriented meditation. So before we get started, let's just go ahead and get comfortable in our seat, maybe ground ourselves, feet to the floor, maybe closing the eyes. Taking a couple of deep breaths, just transitioning from wherever our thoughts and our presence was just before we began into this space. Giving yourself grace for shifting gears and having gratitude just to find this space of self-care to bring some balance to your life. Maybe closing your eyes or finding a fixed point just to remove any distractions from your perspective. Always giving yourself permission to rearrange your body, hit pause, gather yourself, and come back. We're just going to do a few affirmations to get started. And as I read these, I want you to repeat them and just think about how each one makes you feel. And there's no right or wrong. There is no judgment here. It's just observation, just noticing. I value my work. I am blessed by my work. My work is a blessing to others. My work sustains me and others. Just thinking about how those affirmations make you feel, maybe taking note of that, either pen to paper or just a mental note. And we're going to come back to those affirmations a couple more times. Next, I'm going to read a poem aloud. I'm going to read it slowly and just kind of let the words linger. And as I do, just noting what you feel about it. Again, it doesn't matter if your thoughts are negative or positive, they are your thoughts. If you want to take some notes, please feel free to do so. The poem is called Work by Henry Van Dyke. Let me but do my work from day to day, in field or forest, at the desk or loom, in roaring marketplace or tranquil room. Let me but find it in my heart to say, when vagrant wishes beckon me astray. This is my work, my blessing, not my doom. Of all who live, I am the one by whom this work can best be done in the right way. Then shall I see it not too great nor small, to suit my spirit and to prove my powers. Then shall I cheerful greet the laboring hours and cheerful turn when the long shadows fall at eventide, to play and love and rest, because I know for me, my work is best. Again, just noting any feelings that arose, maybe positive, maybe negative, maybe noting those in your journal or on a piece of paper, maybe doodling about it, or however you need to create some space just to let those words ruminate. And just taking a couple of deep breaths, staying grounded, staying present. Sometimes these phrases may produce some negative emotions, so just staying with it, being committed to breathe through it, stay in the moment. Before I read another poem, I'm going to go over those work affirmations again. This time, just noting if anything different comes up for you than did the first time. So again, just being in a place of noticing. I value my work. I am blessed by my work. My work blesses others. My work sustains me and others. Again, just noticing, maybe jotting down some thoughts. And a couple more deep breaths. We'll transition to another poem called 6 O'Clock by Trumbell Stickney. Just letting these words kind of roll over you, breathing deeply as I read them, maybe jotting down thoughts, just letting whatever naturally bubbles to the surface pop up for you. Now burst above the city's cold twilight. The piercing whistles and the tower clocks. For day is done along the frozen docks. The workmen set their ragged shirts aright. Through factory doors, a stream of dingy light follows the scrimmage as it quickly flocks to hut and home among the snow's gray blocks. I love you, human laborers. Good night. Good night to all the blackened arms that ache. Maybe jotting down which one of those pieces resonated more with you and why. Maybe any thoughts about work that hadn't occurred to you before. Perhaps, like me, you haven't really given that much thought to work. And so how does that feel for you? Just to explore some poetry about work. How does it feel to say the affirmations? Taking a couple of deep breaths. And back to the affirmations when you're ready. Always feeling free to write if you need to write. When you're ready, this time I'm going to touch my fingers with each affirmation, finger to thumb. So I value my work. I am blessed by my work. My work blesses others. My work sustains me and others. Back to the beginning, I value my work. My work blesses me. My work blesses others. My work sustains me and others. Taking a couple of deep breaths, pausing to write at any time, just exploring how what's coming up for you with this. Maybe it's hard to say the words. That's okay. We'll go through those a couple more times. Just notice if anything is changing about how you feel as you kind of move through this. This time I'm just going to add a couple of gentle movements to those affirmations. So just a moving meditation, if you will. So we're going to inhale, sweep the arms up. I value my work. Drop your right hand and stretch to the side. I am blessed by my work. Switch sides. My work blesses others. Come center, interlace the fingers, press them out, find a cat-like back as you bow the head forward. My work sustains me and others. So just go through that a couple times with your breath. We'll just move through the meditation. So if I'm going faster than you want, slow down. If you want to go faster, speed it up. Inhale, I value my work. Drop the right hand, side stretch. My work is a blessing to me. Good, switch sides. My work is a blessing to others. Interlace fingers, press it out and forward. My work sustains me and others. One more time, inhale. My work, I forgot the words. I value my work. My work is a blessing to me. My work blesses others. And finally, my work sustains myself and others. You can add any movement that feels good for you, just kind of stretching and moving the body. That mind-body connection really helps with that neuro retracing or recreating those neural pathways. So anytime you can add movement to an affirmation, it just strengthens that connection. So play with that, practice it, look over your notes, think about it, sit with it as long as you want, and just explore your feelings about work, about the evolution of the workplace. As I read through those poems, it occurred to me that work today isn't what work looked like for my parents' generation and for their parents' generation. So just thinking about attitudes about work, what that looks like, what it means for the family, how you feel about it, any like historical things that you bring to that, layers of ideas that you've placed upon work and how that might be affecting your perspective. And do it with just a curiosity and not a judgment. And just record your thoughts and breathe into that and see if that changes how you approach work and what you do, because each one of us is here for a purpose, maybe for a season. Um, but just leaning into that and finding the value there. So I hope this is a blessing to you. If you would like more, just go to www.shinelightTherapy.com and click on meditations. And I hope to connect with you soon.